Y'all nigga know what the fuck going on. Big 4L, big steps, big footprints, pussy.
Good morning, everyone. This is a guy that I was inspired to make after watching an itty-bitty streamer by the name of Bize. I do love your stuff, dude. No hard feelings. There's just a few things I think you should learn from, 8 years of racing. So, you want to learn how to drive a little better. You feel like you crash too often in the streets and you can't win any races. Or you just feel like you could push your skills just a little bit further. Have other topics you want me to discuss about GTA 5 or other games? Let me know down in the comments. Tapping the stick and tapping your A and D instead of holding them down. Normally when you turn, you want to turn with the corner, and oftentimes you just hold it in one direction, only to have your car slip out underneath you, forcing you into a bunch of corrections, and ultimately into the wall or facing backwards. So how do you prevent this without consciously slightly holding the stick, and on the keyboard, how can you even prevent it at all? After all, you need to press those buttons, you can't half press those buttons. The easiest trick that I know, when on controller, tap your stick back and forth. Basically, tap it and release it, tap it and release it, and basically keep flicking it. And when you're on keyboard, just tap the buttons. Just some nice little taps, don't hold them down. I'm not sure why this occurs, but it has to do with the physics in the game. Tapping the A and D buttons or left stick will give your car much higher traction. To show you an example of this for me personally, here's a case where I don't tap the stick and hold it down to sharply turn when I need to on the track. Now here's an example of me tapping the stick over and over. Now, don't forget, what makes good driving at the end of the day is practice. Know the car that you're using, if it oversteers or if it understeers, if it has horrible brakes or no top speed. Get what I'm saying? If you feel that traffic in GTA 5 is targeting you, that's because it is. During normal gameplay, you can have a box truck come veering out of an intersection at top speed, only to stop right in front of you. A vehicle that you're driving past could literally just hit you and take you out of nowhere. The reason for this is because of what I like to call the Rockstar action movie mechanics. This behavior will be even more noticeable during missions like special cargo, vehicle cargo, biker business cell missions, and while you're driving at high speed in any vehicle outside of missions. Rockstar does this to artificially up the difficulty of missions, especially vehicle cargo. They also do it to up the, quote, excitement factor of being crashed into or being forced to dodge vehicles. Because crashing and losing all of your speed is very fun. Thank you for that, Rockstar. Really fun game design. Also, if you're being chased by cops and they directly ram you in the back, your car does this for some reason. I don't know. Driving in between sets of vehicles and the patterns that I've noticed. Now, here's a really good question for this. Why would you want to risk squeezing between cars when you could crash so easily? The simple answer is, it's either that or the slippery dirt, sand, and grass. What, you thought there was going to be an actual answer? No. There's no answer here. Go between the cars. I've personally noticed a pattern that I could use to effectively squeeze in between two cars when they are side by side, whether it's oncoming traffic in sandy shores or two cars side by side driving down a highway. What I aim to do is, just before going in between two cars, I twitch the stick in one direction very slightly, then I flick it again in the other direction to sort of zigzag or wiggle my way in between the cars. It's surprisingly consistent, and I can still effectively get through cars. Last thing to touch on, brakes. This one is really simple. In any situation, going into a corner slower than you should is a lot quicker than flying in and smashing into the wall.
I'll kill him.
Use your brakes! To everyone who's stuck around in this part of the video, I'm deeply thankful for your interest in my videos. To my regular subscribers, I hope you like the new addition of guides and tutorials on my channel, along with the other shitposty videos. I'm genuinely shocked at how much attention my first tutorial got, and I'm taking that as a sign of what to implement alongside my normal content. I'm still new to video making, and I'm especially new to making my own guides and tutorials, so constructive criticism and feedback is always welcome in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in a few days. I hope you stick around.